Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. This is David Bianco. Today I'm going to share a little story with you that I'm calling the Vinyl Delivery Shootout. You're going to find it really interesting. That's coming up next on the Safe and Sound Texas Audio Excursion. Undoubtedly, all of us have had our challenges with getting a delivery of our vinyl from one provider or another. And it seems like it's always an anticipatory time where we know something's coming, we know it's been shipped, and we know it's on its way, and it's just a matter of it showing up on our doorstep. Well, a couple of days ago, I was awaiting my shipment of the latest installment of Analog Productions' Atlantic 75th series. This is the one with Stone Temple Pilots, album core, and then a couple of John Coltrane records. And so I knew it was on the way, and now the way our house is situated, it's a little bit different in the sense that our garage is very a standout from your visibility from the street. We're on a cul-de-sac, and the garage door is very open and visible, and the front door is around to the side of that, and it's pushed back a bit, so it's not just easily visible. Because of that, I had put a sign on the outside of my garage door telling those who might drop a delivery by the back of the garage door there not to put it there and to take it around front, and giving them a visual and direction to go to get there. Because I did have the unfortunate experience one time of someone dropping, and it was Fedex, dropping the package back at the garage door, laying it down on the ground, and when I drove in, I didn't see it, and yeah, you guessed it, I ran over the part of the package, and it did damage at least the covers of the records. The records survived, but the covers were definitely damaged in that case. So that was honestly why I put the sign up, because I never thought someone would leave anything at the garage door versus the front door. But again, visibility-wise, our front door isn't out front and center where you would see it. But this past Friday, unfortunately, during the day, the garage door was opened because my wife was putting some things in her vehicle. My car was gone, so there was an empty spot in the garage. And so, lo and behold, of course, as fate would have it, who shows up at FedEx to drop off my records, these being the ones from Analog Productions' Acoustic Sounds. And so what they do is they place the records in the garage, standing on edge, right in the path, of course, of my vehicle. And again, I didn't see it. And so I pulled into the garage because the garage was open at the time, so I didn't even have to wait, for the garage door to open for me to pull in. And as I get about halfway into the garage, 2/3 of the way, I hear a noise. I'm like, what was that? What's on did something fall off of the side of the wall next to the garage? Because my car is on the right side of the garage. What might be there? And so I kind of stopped, pull back a little bit, hear it again. I said, uh-oh. So I stopped the car, get out and look. And what's laying on the ground but this box, Acoustic Sounds. Now you probably can see a little bit of the tire marks here across this box. So you can see it got up about this far into the area where the records are here in the middle. Now we all know about these famous boxes designed exclusively for Acoustic Sounds, and Chad Kassem had done this years ago. And it's got these large fins to protect it, and the corners are, they're just really relatively indestructible for normal things, not a 3,500-pound SUV maybe going over them. And so I was like, oh my gosh, I was really not looking forward to opening this box this time. But I did. And so, I opened the box. There was some wrinkle here toward the bottom, damage. So I wasn't hopeful. But you'll never guess what. Perfectly fine in every way, shape, and form. These were perfectly fine. No damage to the covers. No problem whatsoever. So I thought this was so amazing. I took a few photos and I sent them off to Chad Kassem at Acoustic Sounds, and he said, wow, that is amazing. It reminds me of those old watch commercials from Timex.
Timex, it takes a licking and keeps on ticking.
I really, really thought this was amazing, and I wanted to share it with you because, we've talked about these boxes and we've talked about, how good they are and all, and this was an area of testing I'm hoping Chad maybe didn't do, but maybe I did it for him. So what do we have? We have a satisfied customer. We also have a customer who has notified FedEx and said, why would you leave a package in the path of where a vehicle is going to be coming, assuming they're going to see it, right? Just one of those things. But it's a learning. It's always a new day. And for me, it tells me that the investment made for boxing and packaging, which was one of the things I talked about when I did my story on Analog Productions and Acoustic Sounds, was the care that they took to get a packaging engineer involved to do the hard work of figuring out the best design for what would satisfy Chad's need to satisfy his customers. So it's just another great example. I wanted to share the story with you, and it's all part of our journey as we pull into life and realize, things happen. Shit happens, as they say. And because of it, sometimes we get a surprise and a positive one. And this ranks up there. So again, thanks to Chad, his team, and all that they do and all that they did in this design. It came through in a way that I hadn't expected to need to test it. And I guess I just like driving over records for some reason. Well, thanks for watching. As always, if you haven't subscribed, please press on the bell down there and select the all option. Likes are always welcome, thumbs ups, and are comments coming in? Yes, they are, and I enjoy them very much. Thanks for taking the time, and we'll catch you next time on our Safe and Sound Texas audio excursion. Take care, everybody.